camera one. And who wants to be the clapper today? Just one.
How you doing?
Fans love him because he brings such joy to the sport, to soccer.
As a role model here, every kid here looks up to him, and he deserves everything he gets because he worked so hard throughout his career.
He's nice.
He's what?
He's nice.
I think he was the greatest player, homegrown player of our generation.
I think he's done an awful lot for Sligo Rovers.
I would say that he's an absolute ball of energy and has used that energy for Sligo Rovers to the absolute nth degree.
Nice to be here with you, man.
Absolutely.
Miss you.
Pleasure, as always.
What you achieve here in this club is amazing, you know, and how you feel to be the oldest player in the dressing room.
You go back to when we were obviously teammates, and I used to come in every morning and ask Joe, "Come on, Joe, tell me, how old are you really?" And we joke about it, but no, like, to be fair, I come in every day and I treat it like I don't take it for granted. I treat it every day as it's a normal day of training, you know. Obviously, I'm not going to train the same as a 20-year-old or an 18-year-old or a 19-year-old coming in from the 19s, but obviously the gaffer has been top notch with me, obviously giving me the extra day, maybe recovery or not even doing, say, the session, maybe doing something else like in the gym or something like that, so it's been fantastic. I hate missing training, but you gotta realise that maybe that day recovery is what you need instead of the day training to keep your energy levels up for the Friday or the Saturday night, and I think that's the big thing. You gotta listen to your body. I remember you always saying to me about, you know, your body gives you all the signals before anything ever goes wrong, so listen to it. And the big thing at the minute is obviously the foam rolling and the prehab, you know, obviously firing everything up before the game, glutes, hamstrings, all stuff like that.
I remember we used to have bands and things like that, and you were laughing. You're too old, that's what you were saying.
No, yeah, absolutely. I remember you used to come in with your bag of tricks, and the funny thing is, I used to mess with you and say everything, and I look in your bag and I'd say, Joe, what's this? Come on, what's this? What's this? And if I went in and I took my bag out now and took it out, I'd have exactly every single thing that you had in that bag. The skipping rope, the whole lot in it, you know, obviously to get things going. And it's funny when you say that, and I look back and I think, this guy was ahead of us. He was ahead of the game, and I'm using the same things every single day now, and has prolonged my career without a doubt, definitely, you know. And I'm lucky enough to be involved with the under-19 setup here in the club, and I would like to for them to take probably what I had taken off you, whether that be prehab, how I prepare for a game, how basically I go about my daily routine, and being a professional footballer. So, you know, like as I says, I took it from you, and if they can take anything that will help them in their career or further their career, I'd be delighted with that.
And I will take your jump straight away.
Hey, you wouldn't be the only one. There's a few that would take that. I'm there looking around like this, and then I head it.
Okay.
But explain the jump. Tell us what you mean by the jump.
The jump.
The jump.
I don't know what the jump is.
You don't know?
I don't know what this jump is that you're talking about.
So you want me to do it? I do the jump. I do the jump. Do you want me to touch it?
No, don't touch it. Not now. Don't. It's not the time. You're gonna do that on Saturday, okay? Not today, because you can. Oh, what's going on?
Where is he gone?
Disappear. Listen.
Seriously, what's the jump?
Seriously. Disappear.
Bang, gone.
My first memories of him were playing for Real Tubber, and I can remember the dyed blonde hair. Yeah. And one thing struck me about him. He was playing full back at the time, and the height that he could jump off the ground amazed me.
I mean, for a guy his size, he gets up to about 3 times his height. There is not a guy who can get as high a ball for his size.
I used to call him helicopter.
That's right.
Because just go boom.
And he can hang up there too, so he can, yeah.
I remember one game, and you just jump with the keeper, but you jump higher than him, and you look at him and wait for him to go down. Bang! It was amazing. So, what's your secret?
I don't know if this is why I can jump so high or not. Right, this is probably because I did it as a kid. We had a basketball net in our local school. My best mate, and who is currently still my best mate, was really big into basketball at the time. Now, this guy was 5 foot, 6 foot when he was about 12. He was big, so he was just bop, bop, bang in the basket, dunking. I was saying, I want to do that. I'm going to try to do this. So I'm there with the ball, jumping all the time. So I'm not getting anywhere near it, nowhere near it. So I'm thinking, right. He says, why don't you try run all the time? Jump, see if you can touch, even just touch the ring. I think it must have taken me at least nearly 2 years to actually do a slam dunk in a 7 foot ring with a ball.
The good thing about the ring is that you touch the ring, but your wife got the ring.
She got it in the end, yeah. She got me good.
Last year, I saw the game against Dundalk, in Dundalk, and I saw that volley from halfway line. Then, boom, Rogers was running to catch that ball, and he just go inches aside. It was kind of genius ideas ever. It was even more spectacular because he didn't score. It was a genius play, pal. It was a genius play. And on that same game, I thought you scored one of the best goals for me in football history. The 1-2 with John Russell. That was the 1-2 at his best.
This controls it, and there's a chance maybe here for Sligo on the counter with John Russell. He's recovered after that knock he took a few minutes ago into Cretaro. Russell has gone forward and got the return. It's a nice ball from Cretaro. Now, will he put it into the box? Instead, Cretaro, and there's a chance here, and Cretaro makes it 3. Well, just under half an hour to go. Nobody was expecting this scoreline in Oriel Park.
And unfortunately, that goal didn't have the highlight or the attention it deserved, because it's not just the way you play that goal together, it's where you start on that goal together. And the finishing, it was just, listen, I want to call you a Picasso, but if I call you a Picasso, I have to call Russell Picasso too. You know, and there is only one
Picasso.
But it was one of the best goals in football for me. It was class.
It was probably be one of the goals, one of the best goals I've definitely scored in my career, because I think just the way we kind of played all the way from the back, and now there was only 2 players involved, but there was still movement going on around us from other players that was taking other players away to create the space for both of us. So
I think Jonathan knows your game in and out.
Definitely he does. He obviously we're playing a long time together now.
I've known Raff probably 5 years. We've played together, so I think we've complemented each other over the years. We'd have a good understanding. I would have played just off him in a lot of the games, and so it's always a joy to play with good players. So I think we've complemented each other quite well.
Have you taught him anything?
I set up all his goals, so I should be getting paid double what he gets for his goals.
For me, the most important goal, 2012, the first goal. And that goal is not just most important, it's so beautiful. It's not nice, it's beautiful. Because I remember we started to pass the ball, and then Pascal Millian got the ball on the left, passed to you. And we just cleared the zones. No, he's going to do his thing. Caught inside, a little bit of dance between the legs. Silence. Keeper come. Silence. It was class.
Here's Millen. Oh, nice ball into the feet of Cretaro. Great play by Raff Cretaro. It's there! What a goal!
There was such a dynamic to the team. We all knew kind of our roles, and obviously we knew that Mark Quigley was never going to kind of run beyond. He'd always drop deep, looking for little passes or to do his little bits himself to go and shoot. And I think you could see in the build-up, like you said, we had a couple of little passes, and the build-up, Mark had dropped really deep.
Yeah.
I've come in off the line and kind of played as the centre forward. And Pazzo, as we call him, Pascal, lovely way to ball into me. My touch, perfect. And my initial thing was, right, Megs. It has to be. You know me. You know me. Right. It's either going to happen or it's not. And I've just slipped it, and I couldn't believe it went under it. And I was like nearly a late reaction. Oh, yeah, I'm in on goal, and I'm running down in on goal. Then obviously Barry Murphy coming out, and I've slipped it down in between his legs as well. But like you said, I remember running. Running over there. I was running backwards, just screaming at you. And Pearsy runs down and goes on his knee, on his knees and hands, and I trip over him, and just everyone in like. But I think that day will live. Not only myself. I think everyone that was in the ground that day, I think, will remember that day, because lovely. October, am I right? October. The sun splitting the stones, the ground absolutely full to the rafters.
Everything was set for a celebration.
It was just you couldn't. It couldn't have been more perfect. And then 2 minutes later, to get another one. You're like thinking, oh, here, what's going on here? You're thinking, you're nearly right. All right, Gaffer, yeah, come on. I'm ready to come off now. But. No, Jesus, you couldn't ask for a better.
But it was class. It was class, and for me, it was even more enjoyable because I knew what happened this year. That year, I knew what happened that year during the season, where it was a little bit. It wasn't just a celebration of Sligo. For me, it was also a celebration of someone who decided that I will not give up. Because that day was just perfect for you. Perfect. It was that day, full house, to say, yes, it's me. I didn't start, but today, I'm going to bring you in heaven. And that's what you did. Of course, people say, it's Joey. I'm sorry.
I say it's Joey.
I'm sorry, man. It's not my fault. But for me, it was just a celebration of someone who didn't give up.
I think there's obviously external stuff that can go on in any player's life. I think obviously how you manage them is key. Over my career, there's been times where, I've thought things aren't going great. You know, I haven't scored in a while. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm past it. Maybe I'm not doing it anymore. And sometimes, you know, when you repeat that to yourself, you tend to get into that mindset of, maybe I am. And I think there was a little period there in my career where I had gotten into that mindset of maybe, what am I going to do after football? you know, am I good enough to still be here playing football with these guys? Am I giving enough to credit my teammates? Am I not so much doing myself? Am I cheating them more than anything? Obviously, is the big one. But I turned a massive corner by going and seeing someone that gave me that confidence and that love for the game back, and made me realise I have more. I have loads more to offer to everyone, to my teammates, to myself, to my family, to past players that would have passed on obviously stuff to me. I owe it to them that I am a good player. I still have it. That person really helped me, and I got my confidence back. I had the energy back, the love for the game, and I think, you know, I've had that ever since, and I haven't looked back, to be honest.
I remember you were injured, you were in the team and you were injured, then you were not in the starting 11 anymore, and the team were winning most of the game, and it was difficult to get in. The great things about at the end that you didn't give up, and the result was we had the greatest joy ever, you know, and it was all based on what? On one guy who decided that, you know what, I know my value, I know what I can bring to the table, and I'm gonna do everything to be in the position to give this team the chance to use my talent.
Like you said, players go through where, obviously, you're in a winning team. You can't, managers, you don't change a winning team. Yeah. And it can be difficult because you're thinking, can I impact this? How can I do something to get myself into the team? And I remember the conversation with you, and I remember, and this always stick to me, and I would pass this information to the younger lads. I remember you saying to me, okay, if you come on for half an hour and you do good, brilliant. But what if you come on for 5 minutes? And I says, well, what can I do? And you go, you do this, I says, what? You do something in that 5 minutes that makes the manager say, I need him in my team. Not I need him, I want him in my team. And that has stuck. That's one thing that really stuck in my head is, he's right. Why can't I do something in 5 minutes that makes the manager says, he might take a different outlook in the game. Maybe if I put him here, we might get more joy here or there. And that really stuck with me.
It's a message for everyone that they shouldn't give up. It doesn't matter how they start. It doesn't matter how difficult it's going to be. But at the end, if you give up, you will never experience the kind of celebration you had. And because of that, listen, Pa, I just want to say thank you.
Like I says, pleasure is mine. To be able to play with you and be in the same dressing room as you, like I said, Pa.
Thank you.
Hey, ridiculous. Hey, as you say, how good am I? I'm ridiculous.